30th episode of Punt Along. Can you manage 30 likes for the occasion? Go on. Coming up on this week's episode, is it finally Liverpool's year to win the Premier League? I've become the 1 millionth man to talk about Man United so far this season. The people in charge at the Best Awards are featured on this week's Bellend, and the usual chat about Dunfermline Athletic Football Club. Enjoy! This year is our year. When you hear that, you're probably likely to think of Liverpool Football Club and their set of fans, because they've been known to say that for numerous seasons in the past, however long the Premier League's been going on, because of course they haven't won it yet when it's became the Premier League. The last time they won it was the season before the Premier League actually started, and since then they've had no trophy in that competition. In the last few seasons, Liverpool have always fell at the final hurdle, or if you're a rival fan, then you'd probably say they slipped. All jokes aside now though, are Liverpool actually witnessing their best chance to win a Premier League title right at this moment? At this point you're probably watching this and thinking the Brendan Rodgers season, and when they came so close and they were only a few games away from actually lifting the title and they basically threw it away. You're probably thinking, didn't talk shite, Lee man. And I suppose you could easily say that was them witnessing their best chance back then, and that it's far too early to really call if they're going to do it this season. But I can't help but feel that with the manager they have and the positive vibe that he portrays and kind of just brings across to everywhere that he is, whether that's the media, whether that's on the pitch, any type of altercation off the pitch, and of course the players that Liverpool have at their disposal, that this could finally be their year to win that elusive Premier League trophy that's evaded them for so many years. There was always that feeling under Brendan Rodgers that they were always capable of slipping up. And obviously in the past few seasons they've had troubles against the smaller sides, but this season that even seems to be changing because they're just steamrolling everybody they play. And of course you could maybe make the case of the fact that they haven't had a proper test yet in terms of any bigger sides, but the fact that Liverpool are unbeaten just now, 100% record in the Premier League, you can't exactly argue about it, can you? And the squad that they've got, when you look at it on paper and then when it goes to play every weekend in the Premier League or in the Champions League even as well, they're just going through teams and they just seem like a cut above the rest at the moment. There's no doubt that the Liverpool fans will be dying to see their team lift a Premier League title come May 2019, and it's looking good so far. But sorry Liverpool fans and supporters or anyone connected with Liverpool Football Club, because I've now mentioned you in one of my wee shows, so it's all going to go in the shitter for here. This is as good as it gets. Remember your man Mark Goldbridge, the third man ever to be named in New Bellend on Punt It Long. He's a Manchester United fan, as many of you probably already know and should know if you watched the Punt It Long from when he was featured. And I'm about to show you a clip of his reaction to Man United going out to Derby County in last night's EFL Cup tie at Old Trafford. Roll VT.
Oh, it's Phil Jones.
Phil Jones.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Just score, Phil. God, don't. Just, you can't miss this in your bloody boots that look like you're running round in your feet. You can't miss. You can't miss this. He's bloody missed it! What a prat! What a prat! Phil Jones! It was bloody written in the stars! Phil Jones! What are you doing? Pink boots! It's the pink boots, Marcus! The bloody pink boots! I can't believe this. I told you I was slating them pink boots at half time. You look like a tin of salmon, you bloody idiots.
I mean, it's funny. It is. But Man United really are in the shitter now, eh? Honestly, they look like they turned a corner. And I said that myself a few weeks ago. They don't seem to get much positive press these days, but they seem to be turning a corner somewhat. But that corner must have had a pretty nasty dead end at the end of it. A full-on heads-first collision with mediocrity by the looks of it. All summed up last night by Phil Jones. Aye, that beautiful man. Missing the penalty to send Man United crashing out of the EFL Cup, as I said, at home to Championship side Derby County. Just to mention quickly, what a goal by that Harry Wilson last night. If you've not seen it, go and search it up because it was an absolute belter. Someone has to go at Man United. In my opinion, I think it'll have to be Mourinho. The only viable option is to really go towards the manager for the blame, and it's the easiest position to get rid of. But the risk between Mourinho and Pogba, it was highlighted again today with a clip from training where it kind of seemed like there was a bit of tension between the two. And then of course there's Ed Woodward and the Glaziers, who are more of the hierarchy people in Man United, and I just don't see any of that changing anytime soon. They've been there for so long, and I doubt they'd really give up on the position that they are at Man United when they could easily just get rid of the manager and start from scratch again. Everything's just hit the fan for Man United, and there's no better person that could have summed it up than Renton for Trainspotting.
It's a shite state of affairs to be in, Tommy, and all the fresh air in the world won't make any fucking difference!
It's that time of the week again where we do the part of the episode called to the people in charge of the best awards, and then obviously picking the FIFA Pro World 11. Welcome to you, Bellend. Right, so the FIFA Pro World 11. Here's the lineup: David De Gea, Dani Alves, Sergio Ramos, Rafael Varane, Marcelo, Luka Modric, N'Golo Kante, Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Eden Hazard, and obviously Cristiano Ronaldo. So let's break it down. Dani Alves played 18 games for club and country in 2018, got nowhere near the Champions League or the World Cup this year, and hasn't played a single game so far this season. But he gets in ahead of right backs like Dani Carvajal, who won the Champions League, Thomas Meunier, who got to the semi-finals of the World Cup with Belgium, and Kyle Walker, who also got very far in the World Cup with England. Another problem I can see is that David De Gea got the goalkeeping slot now. The actual player himself getting in the World 11 I don't really have a problem with, because I do agree that David De Gea is a fantastic keeper and that he's probably the best in the world at the moment. But it's the fact that they gave Hugo Lloris the best goalkeeper award earlier that night and then proceeded to put David De Gea in the World 11. So how can the best goalkeeper not get in the World 11 for the best 11 players in the world? And a similar scenario with Mo Salah, shortlisted in the best 3 players in the world along with Luka Modric and Cristiano Ronaldo, but not considered at all for the World 11 in any sort of forward position. You've got Eden Hazard, Kylian Mbappe, Ronaldo and Messi. No mention of Mo Salah at all. Bonkers. Also, by the way, Mo Salah getting the Puskás award for this goal. When that goal itself didn't even win Premier League Goal of the Month when it was scored. This did. Which, by the way, is an absolutely brilliant goal and is miles better than Mo Salah's. So another ludicrous decision by these donkeys that are in charge of the best awards. The only one they got right this year was Luka Modric for best male player, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. And as usually in Punt, I'll go full circle and back to my team, Dunfermline. I'm actually not going to talk about Dunfermline too much in this episode, just simply due to the fact that there's going to be a Pars roundup tomorrow, including a Partick Thistle fan as part of the preview for that game. And then of course you've got the match itself on Friday night, the vlog coming up on Saturday, and then the last word on Sunday. So there is no real break in terms of talking about Dunfermline, so I'm just going to leave it for this week. So just sit back and enjoy the content when it comes, and here's hoping Friday night's a cheery one for us under the lights at East End Park. And that's it for this episode, guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy, please give it a like. As I said, 30 likes for the 30th episode. Go on. Comment down below anything I've said about the FIFA Pro World 11, the best awards, did the right players get the right awards, Man United, what do you think about them, and Liverpool, is it their year? And subscribe for more of this type of content. And until our next video, I'll see you then. Cheers, guys.